I tell you, it's not good news, especially when you consider the fact that right now they're a game behind the New Orleans Hornets as well as the San Antonio Spurs for the #1 seed in the Western Conference. If you're the Los Angeles Lakers and you can make sure that the road to the NBA Finals comes through Staples Center, that's a tremendous, tremendous advantage for you to have. And so I think that when you look at the Los Angeles Lakers, you're assuming, again, I picked them to come out the West, but that was assuming that Andrew Bynum would come back relatively healthy, that Pau Gasol wouldn't be unhealthy, and that you'd have the rest of your team intact. Now you've got those two that have been injured. You've got Derek Fisher, who's clearly going to play through the pain, but nevertheless, he's not going to be at 100%. So certainly, if you're Kobe Bryant, it's sort of reminiscent of what you've been enduring and going through over the past couple of years. He goes out, he scores 53 points last night, but pretty much he's a one-man show, and what happens? They lose to the Memphis Grizzlies, one of the worst teams in the NBA. It's the kind of thing that he'll go home, and just really contemplate and really soak in. He won't be happy about it because he certainly doesn't want this season to be a wash. He doesn't want it to be a situation where he ends up going home early in the postseason because he's going to be extremely frustrated, not to mention the fact it's going to be a bad thing for the Los Angeles Lakers because that's going to put more pressure on them for next season because Kobe can opt out after next season. Remember, he still doesn't really talk to Lakers ownership, and the reality is that that relationship is highly questionable right now. You don't want to walk into the offseason or walk in the next season knowing that Kobe could choose to opt out, especially if you're not winning basketball games.